Hello dear students, I am Professor Priya Kulkarni from Civil Engineering Department of Parvatibai Genba, Mose College of Engineering, Wagholi, Pune, and I am your subject teacher of Quantity Surveying, Contracts and Tender. Since most of the students have completed their diploma, so they have learned this subject as estimating and costing and contracts and accounts. Okay, so the same thing or same way we are going to do here. Quantity surveying, contracts and tender. Okay, so basically this is the important subject as far as the your job opportunity is concerned. So one can become a valuator. So here we are going to study valuation part, which is I think not there in your diploma syllabus. So valuation part is here. Then one can become valuator, and another or there is another next opportunity is one can become estimator. Okay, so estimating, there are so many software companies for the estimating and costing. So you are going to estimate whatever the materials required, whatever the labors required, whatever the amount to complete one particular project, maybe building a road or anything like that. So one can become estimator. Okay, one can become contractor, as since many of students are working under contractor, or some of our students has got the contractor license. So one can become contractor also. And then billing is the same part I have told. So so these there are so many opportunities and so many things you can do with this subject. Okay, so this is very important subject and very interesting subject, and also it is very scoring subject. Okay, so you can get very much interest as we go ahead with this subject. Okay, so let's start. It has This subject has total uh, 50 marks of oral. Okay, external oral will be there. Okay, so total 100 marks theory syllabus is there for 30 marks in SEM, and 70 marks or end SEM exam. Okay, and it has practicals for 2 hours in a week. Okay, and it has oral for 50 marks. So in this oral, so oral is based on term work. So we have a huge amount of term work for this subject. Huge means we are going to do estimating and costing for two flory structure. Then we are going to conduct a valuation report, and we are going to do bar bending schedule and like that. So there is a like our structural subjects, it has such a term work also. Okay, so this is the exam scheme. Now we'll start with the syllabus overview. So it has total 6 units, 1 2 3 4 6, and uh, last units. So the name itself refers that the quantity surveying. It means we are going to do calculate the quantities and uh, means estimate, and then we are going to calculate whatever the cost for the material required. So that is estimating, costing, quantity surveying. Okay, so first two units are there for quantity surveying. Third unit is for specifications. So specifications, then fourth is for valuation, and fifth and sixth is for contracts and tender. So it has quite equal amount of equal amount of units divided for quantity surveying. This is one part, and contracts and tender is another part. So in this also valuation and specification is also there. Okay, so first unit is for the time slot given by the university is 6 hours. So first unit is quite easy as compared to super means introduction and approximate estimates. Okay, so introduction to estimates related terms. So there are so many terms that are used on site. So many of you are aware of whatever the terms they on site use, the engineers or the laborers use. So that terms we have to know. So whatever they are saying, so it means what is the rate work. So you have to know what is the rate work also. Okay, and one can what is the work charge establishment. So you have to know all these terms whatever we are using or we are going to use on the site, or with the we are going to discuss with the laborers. Okay, so there are so many terms, and that terms are here in the first unit, and we are going to learn one by one these terms. Okay, so basically purpose of estimation like that. Then this whatever the red I have marked here, so these are the important terms in the first unit. Okay, then first unit is introduction about various related terms, and second part, B part, is approximate estimate. So there are basically two types of estimate: approximate estimate and detailed estimate. So approximate estimate we can for the budget, or for calculation of budget, or for calculation of time span required for our work, we are going to say the approximate estimate. So for example, if we are going to construct a one or two story building, simple building for our simple home, then we can calculate if that area is in Wagholi. So we can say that so we require 50 lakhs or 70 lakhs like that. Okay, on ground. So that whatever we are arriving for the 50 lakhs, so that value is approximate estimate. Okay, so for that we are going to plan for our budget or something like that related to budget. Okay, that is the approximate estimate, and approximate estimate is required for our building also: roads, irrigation, water supply, sanitary engineering, electric works, like that. And there are simple numericals for the approximate estimate, so 2 or 3 steps may be required, and these are mostly asked as the MCQs. Okay, since you are going to give MCQ, objective type exam, so this may give you the full marks. Okay, second unit is taking out the quantities and detailed estimate. So here we are going to start actually the estimate. Okay, there are two methods for the estimation. First one is long wall short wall method, and second one is sorry and second one is center line method. Long wall short wall method is also known as PWD method. Okay, PWD method and center line method. So here we are going to use the IS code. So IS 1200 is the we can use. So basically the guidelines are given, specification term is given in this IS code. So I will upload it in Google Classroom later on. So these are the two methods, and in our exam, so small simple 2 marks or 1 marks numericals are there by or are there on this methods, and these are very important methods. So by knowing the these two methods, you can do the estimation and costing. Okay, estimation is the finding the quantity. For example, for one particular 4 by 4 room, whatever the brickwork or whatever the amount or sorry, whatever the quantity of brickwork, so quantity we are going to calculate in cubic meters. So how many cubic meters is brickwork in that room, how many square meter plastering will be done for that particular brickwork, how many square meter painting will be done for that room. Okay, so whatever the cubic meter or square meter quantities are there, so we are going to do from these two methods. Okay, the methods are very easy. Once you know how to calculate, they are very easy, and you have to compulsorily know these two methods. Okay, then B part is the bar bending schedule. Here we are going to calculate the quantity of steel required for particular beam for particular column, footing, slab, etc. So how many bars, how much diameter of bar. So 8 mm diameter 4 bars, 10 mm diameter 3 bars, like that. So whatever the quantity or weight, okay, the steel is measured in kg or quintal. Okay, so how many quintal steel is required, so and in that how many different diameter bars are required, and how to bend a bar. So that particular things we are going to learn in this bar bending schedule. This is also very important and interesting and easy part of this second unit. Okay, then third unit is the specification and rate analysis. So the specification means whatever the quality, workmanship, method of execution, mode of measurement, how to pay the pay for particular items. Means for excavation we have to pay differently, for brickwork we have to pay differently to the laborers. Okay, so some architectural works or some design works are there, so we have to pay them differently. So some works require skill, some works doesn't require that much skill, so accordingly skilled labor, unskilled labors are there. So payment for skilled unskilled labor is also different, and we have to pay them accordingly. So that part is there in the specification. Okay, so specification gives the guideline, so how to conduct the work, how to do the work, what are the quality of materials. Means M15 concrete, M12 concrete, class 1 brick, class 2 bricks, class 3 bricks, like that. So for painting also, that emulsion paint, simple cement paint, like that. So whatever the quality of the materials we are going to use for that particular project is mentioned in the specification part. Okay, for example for road work also, whatever if there is a cement road, so what are the material characteristics, means how from where to get the particular material, that also mentioned in the specification. So some contractors use some cheap quality materials, so then we can or any government authority, means for example PWD can file a case against that particular contractor because of that's uh, so this specification is a legal document also, so we can complain on any particular engineer or contractor by this specification. So we have told this quality of material, and that contractor or engineer doesn't provided us that quality of material, so this can be a legal case, and we can file a complaint against whatever contractor or engineer. So specification is a legal document, so we have that part also. And rate analysis, the rate analysis most of you have done in the diploma. Okay, so rate analysis means we have calculated quantities from the second unit. Okay, for example we are going to do 10 cubic meter of brickwork for that particular room. So for 10 cubic meter brickwork, what materials are required? We required bricks, sand, cement, water. Okay, so these materials are required, right? So what and how much for 10 cubic meter brickwork, how much quantity of bricks are there, how much quantity of steel, sorry, how much quantity of cement, how much quantity of sand is there. So that part particular separately we are going to calculate for the particular brickwork. Okay, and then this is about materials. Then second part is labors. So for doing 10 cubic meter brickwork, what are the standard labors we require? We require one mason, means mistri, then head mason means mistri, then mason, and 2-3 workers to provide the material or to carry the material from, if the it is too long. Okay, so that labors, and what is the cost of the particular labor. So every labor costs differently, head mason, then there are females also, female workers also, we are going to pay them differently. So these criteria or these points are we are going to calculate in accordingly rate, and then we are going to do the sum of materials rate, labors rate, and any other expenses. Means electric work or plumbing work or contractor's profit. So we are going to add all these things and we are going to arrive at a one particular value for the brickwork. So for brickwork this much amount is required, so we have to calculate whatever it is the heads or what is material, labor and other things, other expenses arrived at the site. We have to calculate all this under the rate analysis. Okay, so this is also very interesting and easy part. Then next, fourth unit is valuation. So we are going to find the value of particular property. So there are different types of values. Okay, and what the valuation means, it means if particular building is constructed 10 years before, uh, for example in the main Pune in Kothurud area, and we are going to find the value of that particular property. So obviously it has increased over the 10 years. Okay, because there is a shortage of the space and demand for that particular area. Okay, and this is for higher, this is has gone for higher value. And if any property is constructed outside the Pune area, means in a local village, and we are going to calculate the value of that property, it will be not that much higher as compared to that value in the Kothurud area. But so how to calculate those values? Accordingly, according to area, according to locality, according to area means actually the plot area, according to facilities given for that particular building. Okay, if there is a lift and if there is a not lift on one building, so obviously the building which has got lift will cost or will value higher. So there are so many points that we have to consider for the valuation, and we are going to do in the valuation part. So there are so simple numericals also on the these methods, according to methods of valuation, sinking fund, years purchase and valuation. And in our term work also we are going to do valuation of one particular building. So that assignment, or we are, that can be called as valuation report. So on actually on field or on market, what, how to calculate the valuation or how valuation is done, that in the exactly same way we are going to do with the valuation report. There is a form O, okay, is used, and we are going to do that assignment. Okay, then again these are the methods of valuation. Fifth unit is tendering and execution of work. Here the contracts and account part starts. Okay, so tendering, most of the students are contractors are working under the contractors, so they can relate whatever they have done. So tenders, how to file a tender, how to take a part in the tendering post process. Okay, if the tender accepted or if the tender rejected, what are the causes and what we have to do for the improvisation to accept the tender. So that part is here in the tenders. Okay, easy part. Then there are PWD procedures for execution of work, administrative approval. Okay, so this part is a very simple and mostly theoretical part. It doesn't have any numerical. Okay, and last unit is contracts and arbitration. So contracts, there are types of contracts. What are the conditions of the contract? So there are so many, you can see so many terms or so many definitions are here, and we have to go one by one with these terms. Okay, all theoretical part and easy part and interesting part. Okay, you will not get bored with this subject. What is the Contracts Act? What are the powers for the contractors? What are the powers for PWD engineers? What are the powers for one general public against the contractor? Okay, so that part is here. And arbitration means मराठीमध्ये त्याला मध्यस्थी म्हणतात. Means any there are any fight against the contractor and PWD engineer. So someone has to be middle point to do the work or to carry the process, and accordingly the arbitration part is there, and it is a legal part. There is a arbitration act. Okay, so simple part is here, meaning and need of arbitration and powers of an arbitrator. Okay, so this is the syllabus overview. Okay, all the 6 units, a very easy subject and very scoring subject and very interesting subject is QSCT. Then I will suggest you one reference book. It is Estimating and Costing in Civil Engineering, Theory and Practice by B.N. Datta. Okay, it is very important book, and it has covered all the aspects of quantity surveying. Whatever is not here in our syllabus also, that part is there with the foolproof diagrams, foolproof sheets, drawings, calculations, all things. So for your next or as a civil engineer, you must have this book, I can say only. Okay, so this so if possible you can order this book, or you can get the Xerox copy of this book, or you can just use the soft copy of book. So soft copy is available on net, so you can get the soft copy, but just go through this book. This is very important, and you will clear all your concepts for this subject. Okay, and another one book is M. Chakraborty, Estimating, Costing, Specification, Valuation in Civil Engineering. This book is also good. Okay, then IS 1200 part 1 to 25. Okay, this is for methods of measurement of building and civil engineering work. So this IS code is very important. And one more, DSR, district schedule rates for current year. It means for our Pune district, for example, in Pune district there are so many towns, villages. So for Pune district, the rate of materials for this current year are different. Or for example, for Nagpur, the rates are different, material rates, labor rates are different. Okay, so accordingly there is a DSR for particular district, and in that particular DSR there are rates of materials and labors. Okay, so this DSR is in on corporation side, so you can get it on, so just search DSR Pune 2020 2021, like that you will get the DSR, and you must have this DSR. Okay, and there is a lot of material on this QSCT on NPTEL also, IIT Madras or IIT Bombay also. Okay, so all the best, and from next lecture we'll start the first unit. Okay, and just you have to mark your attendance in the comment box. It will help you in the term work, in the oral, whatever you are doing. You just have to comment your name and attendance. Okay, and I will upload as code. I will upload the syllabus, and if I get the soft copy of this book beyond that, I will upload it on Google Classroom. I will create Google Classroom and tell you in the group. Okay, and our subject of SD, our WhatsApp group of SD3 subject will now be QSCT okay, group. Okay, thank you.